The man's half-body had merged with a large tree. In despair, he could only wait for the end of his life. However, just at that moment, several college students on an expedition unexpectedly arrived here. Seeing the man's strange appearance, they were instantly so frightened that they didn't know what to do. To confirm whether the man was still alive, Nick immediately placed his phone under the man's nose, but he found that the man was no longer breathing. However, just as they were about to turn and leave, the man's tightly shut right eye suddenly opened. The eerie scene made Nick instantly raise his gun. Unexpectedly, the man begged Nick to send him to meet God. Seeing the man's painful situation, his companion raised the gun ready to put him out of his misery, but after hesitating for a long time, he still couldn't bring himself to do it. However, at that moment, Nick suddenly made a new discovery. The group looked over according to his directions. They then discovered a strangely shaped weapon embedded in the tree. However, just as they were studying the weapon, the man suddenly reached his hand toward Nick. The group was startled by his action and stepped back. Nick also cautiously raised the weapon in his hand, but the man had no intention of harming him. Instead, he told them that there was a secret base not far away. Inside there were medicines that could ease his pain. If they were lucky, they could even find tools to save him. Seeing the man's painful appearance, the kind-hearted group immediately followed his description and headed toward the base. Sure enough, not long after, a hidden building appeared in front of them. They quickly found the medicine inside. Seeing this, Nick and his companion immediately grabbed the medicine and prepared to find the man to relieve his pain. But to their surprise, even though they returned as fast as they could, the man still lost his life in extreme pain. To find out why he had been swallowed by the tree, the two decided to search his body for clues. Soon Nick found a bottle of mysterious liquid at the tree's roots. This suddenly made him think of something. Nick immediately told his companion to roll up the man's sleeve. Sure enough, just as they had suspected, the man was most likely the victim of some kind of experiment, and the reason he had merged with the tree was most likely because the experiment had gone wrong. At this thought, a wave of overwhelming fear instantly swept through their bodies.